Well, good evening, YouTube. Good evening, Rumble, and happy Thursday. How's everyone doing? Hope you're all doing good. It is a great and glorious day in LOTRO as they begin the 18th anniversary celebration. Of course, Thormurn is out in Enedwaith, but he did get his 10th anniversary present. Yes, this account is only 10 years old. I say only 10 years old, right? But he got his 10-year frame. He got this dragon fireworks. Let's take a look at those real quick. Go ahead and close that so we can actually see it. Wait for it. Takes a second. And there it is. Ha. I have to admit, that's kind of one of the neater fireworks. But don't worry, we will be enjoying the festival tomorrow with Miss Fistula. Cutest Hobbit Brawl with this side of the Brandywine. For now, Mr. Thormurn has some very important things he needs to do. Hello, Drive-By. Happy Thursday to you. How are you doing? Thormurn has to gather a few things. He also has to deliver some very bad news to Lanuk. Well, actually deliver it to the Rangers. Happy Thursday, looking good. What a wonderful day. It is a wonderful day. Well, it was a wonderful day for that Dunlender until Thormurn took him out. Oh, and that fox. Poor fox. Thormurn, what'd that fox ever do to you? Oh, and we're getting steel tokens. Woohoo! So, the steel tokens are part of the anniversary festival too. You get them from killing mobs and you can turn them in for rewards. And they're kind of random. No guarantee you're going to get one, but you might. If I remember right, I used to just turn them in for marks. Because that was one of the rewards you could get with them. Woohoo! That also means we're going to kill a whole bunch of stuff tonight. So we can try to get a few. It's like, if it's moving, it's dead. Yep, there's another steel token. I wonder how many he has. Probably 2. I don't think he's did anything previous to this. That should be a landscape item. Current, not currency. Should be under landscape. Oh, hello, random people. I hope you're having fun. Oh, it's under other. And actually, oh, steel tokens are account bound, not character bound. Holy smokes. I actually have 66 of them. Woohoo! I did not realize. I thought they were character bound. Wait, hold on. Let me double check that. Okay, no, yeah. No, they're character bound. The green is account bound. Oh, so I guess he has gotten steel tokens in the past. Because he has 66 of them. Ooh, we might be spending a few this time around. I love how the music just like shifts dramatically from zone to zone. Alright, he was just teasing that guy. Alright, I was gonna say, he feels a little sluggish right now. No, he's got his speed boost on. Oh wow, that might explain why he was feeling a little sluggish. That was lag. No steel token. Wonder how many of those I can get tonight. Bienvenue, Miss Bella, and Drive-By, and Thormurn fans near and far. Good evening to you, Saucier. Happy Thursday. How you doing? It's a wonderful day in LOTRO. Today begins the 18th anniversary celebration. Thormurn got his 10th year present. Yes, this account has only been around for 10 years. And there's the dramatic change in music again. Woohoo! The sun is finally shining after 3 days straight of thunderstorms. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that. It was actually a really sunny day here today. Nice and warm. Somewhere around 80. I don't know exactly what the temperature was. Warm enough for me to not need to put a sweater on. I know that. Warm enough to make me happy. We be fine, just the backyard is turned into mush. Are you on the East Coast? Yes, I am. I am indeed on the East Coast. To be honest, I don't think I would want to live on the West Coast. I'm sure it's lovely in places, but for me, East Coast or perhaps Midwest would be about as far west as I'd go. Sorry, Cal, but we need the food. Thank you very much for your contribution. Not line of sight. Now is it in my line of sight? Yes, it is. One more cow. So let's use his passage of nature. Dun ox. That is what I'm looking for. Wow, I did not go crack. I am absolutely shocked. This is off topic, but do you ever try any of those AI generated art platforms? I've been doing that lately. It's a lot of fun. Night Cafe is the name of the site I use, free to join. I have actually tinkered around with Night Cafe. Never do get very good results. Just creating prompts isn't really something I'm good at. I actually do a little I've been teaching myself to do a little digital illustrating on the side. Nothing too super fancy. I mean, you could tell. I did my avatar myself. So that's something I've done. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy doing art. I'm just not very good at prompts. Alright, so that's done. We need to get rid of that. Collect Christine's feathers. Collect herbs. Where are the herbs? Not too far away. Cool. I didn't realize you made it yourself. Well, thank you. Yes, I did. I actually created this one. I created the one before it. And the one before that. So all three of my avatars have been done by me. And you can tell clearly the progression. I've gotten a little better at doing the art over the years. The only thing I haven't figured out how to do is create an avatar that would be, I don't know, somewhat easy to animate. And no, I'm not talking full-on animation. I'm talking even just, I want one that'll do, like, blink. Or maybe, you know, look around. Like, move their eyes around, stuff like that. I haven't figured that out yet. Do you use Microsoft Paint? I've tried that before, very difficult to figure out. No, I do not. I mainly use Procreate on my iPad, but I also have Affinity. I have Affinity software on my PC. I have Krita, which I still have to learn how to use, and I have Rebel. I would say mainly, though, I just use Procreate. So I should be learning more the Affinity software so I could do something on the PC side more. Especially since one of my Christmas presents for my parents was a really nice digital drawing pad. Yes, that would be cool to have a live action avatar while streaming. I've seen other gamers that have those in which they move in tandem with the person. Yeah, see, that is way beyond my skill. But I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the PNG tubers and the VTubers. That would be pretty cool. I have no idea how to do the rigging for even a PNG tuber character. And I can't afford to hire somebody to do it because the people that do create those to sell, they charge a lot of money for that. Like a whole boatload of money for that. I've heard of those costing as much as $10,000 for a VTube model. Yikes, I didn't realize it was that expensive. It can be, yeah. Because there's a lot of work involved in creating one of those. There are it's more than just simple animation. They have to create a lot of little moving parts and then rig it all together so that it not only works, but that it looks right. So I understand that where there's, you know, a ton of work that goes into it, and it can take, you know, it can take 40 hours or more to create one model. Excuse me, bugs, get on my face. Thanks. Goat's rub. What a name for an herb. Goat's rub. Goat's rue. Okay, that's better. It's still kind of a weird name. It's better than goat's rub, though. I bet I know why it's called goat's rue. Because goats eat it and then they rue the fact that they dead. Rue is what you used to make gumbo. Yep. I haven't had a good gumbo in a while. Oh, no, I can't say that. I think I had some gumbo a couple of weeks ago. But it was a little bit from a package. Haven't done the actual make the roux in a little bit. I should. It's not like it's a huge chore to make roux. Just have to make sure not to burn it. Louisiana's queen of the gumbo period, yeah? And I am fortunate that I grew up learning how to make it. Okay, so that did it for the beehives. Still need some more flowers and pristine feathers. Gumbo, etouffee, red beans and rice, boudin. Now that's something I've never found outside of Louisiana. Is boudin. I thought, did I? Maybe I didn't mention jambalaya. Yeah, jambalaya. the dish that was created to make use of whatever you had in the fridge. Kind of like a kitchen pot casserole. First, let's be honest. What was in our kitchen to be kitchen fridge for leftovers to begin with was pretty awesome. Oh, hello, Wolf. Goodbye, Wolf, and thank you for the skill token. Beignets. We used to eat them for breakfast. Beignets and coffee. Of course, that was a special treat. Okay, I know where the other flowers are now. They're up there with the brigands. Excuse me, do you have any tokens to declare? No? I'm very disappointed in you. Oh, you had a token, though. Oh, got one token out of them. Oh, where is it? Sage's Lockbox. One thing I think is overhyped is king cake at Mardi Gras because it's really just coffee cake basically and way too expensive. Ooh, blasphemy! You better not hear let them hear you say that. Somebody gonna get mad. But I agree with you. I mean, it tastes all right, but you're right. It is kind of just a fancy coffee cake. I think it's just the whole concept of, ooh, we've hidden something in it that could choke someone to death if they don't know to look for it. Yeah, baby Jesus is heading to the cake. Lord have mercy. I mean, on one hand, it is a nice little gesture. You know? On the other hand, like I said, if somebody didn't know what to look for, they could very easily choke on it. And I think most of the king cakes that you buy at the grocery store, they don't include the baby Jesus in it. Because Lord knows it, some company does not need a lawsuit because somebody choked to death on some plastic toy inside their food. Lama. We need 2 more of those. I love that how it says you must face target. How much more facing the target can I get than being right on top of it? Yeah, it's a separate pouch, so it's optional whether you place it in the cake or not. Which makes sense, because say if you're feeding it to little kids, you really don't want them having that in the cake. Maybe you want them to have the cake, but you don't want to have to worry about, you know, giving the kids Heimlich maneuver. Yeah, I agree, too risky. Wolf-tailed ox meat. We still need the pristine feathers. The heck are the feathers? Really? Really? Over that way. Okay, now we're getting on a horse. This is just getting silly. We also need to stop somewhere and sell some junk off. Because he has, like, no bag space at the moment. Crack. I knew he was gonna crack that time. $400, huh? So, check something real quick. Because, you know, heaven forbid I actually know what day my birthday falls on. And it is on a... Oh, hey, that works. So, my birthday's on a Tuesday this year. That works because I usually stream on a Tuesday anyway. I was thinking about doing, I don't know, an extra long stream for my birthday. I was thinking of maybe doing a double game night. Do LOTRO and then perhaps do some, switch over and do some Skyrim on my relatively young and untested orc character. Yes, I have an orc. The first orc I've ever made in the game. Dude, Kuthral, and Edudon Slayer. Happy birthday in advance, just in case I'm unable to be online when the time arrives. Well, thank you. I do hope you'll be able to be there. It'll be on a Tuesday. But, we'll see. Ah, Craven Nest. That's what I've been looking for. Excuse me. Silly bird. Get on my face. Stealing your feathers, not your eggs. Alright, now we have everything. Of course, I really enjoyed trying out that Oblivion remastered. Even if I honestly think Sky Oblivion's gonna be the better of the two, it is nice to just be able to hop into Oblivion and actually have a play of it that isn't, you know, total jank. Although I heard they did leave a little of the jank in the game, which is kind of cute. Am I shouting? Somehow I feel like I'm shouting. Maybe I should lower my voice a little bit. Can you stop following me, Wolf? Thanks. But yeah, I was having fun with it, even though, you know, the only quest I managed to get so far was one where I'm just kind of following people around. Not the most exciting start, was it? I am probably gonna have to jump something. Yeah, well. Ah, I know what I can do. Off a couple of things. These treasure chests off. And worried about Alright, send some of this trash to Miss Marcelin. She could certainly use the extra coin. It will be interesting to see what sort of mods people will make for both Sky Oblivion and the remastered edition. Modding a mod seems like a paradox. Well, I think more to the point is that we'll see which mods will work in conjunction with Sky Oblivion. I'll just be happy to get it and play it, because I've been looking forward to it ever since I started a playthrough of Oblivion, and I discovered that the mod existed or was going to exist right about the time I was working on my first Oblivion gate. I was like, Oh. I should probably set this aside until that happens. Then I can really get into this game. And as for the remastered, my friend Gus did send me a link. At least there is... It sounds like there is at least a mod to recolor the game to give it more brightness and color like the original game has. I haven't had a chance to look for that yet. I'll probably do that after the stream. No. Belay that. Because after the stream, I'm playing some Valheim with Gus. I'll probably do it tomorrow.
Our quest is dire.
This will help us greatly, though I fear it will not be quite enough. Nevertheless, you have our thanks. Good. Defeating the company is a repeatable quest.
The Great Company will need your aid.
So, we're going to go ahead and take it again. Let's collect ox meat. And you can only take one of his repeatable quests at a time.
How can I be of service?
Okay, there's the herbs.
What can I do for you?
There's the feathers.
How can I be of service?
There's the pelts. And I think... Wait a second. Reputation. Yes, we have made friends with the Great Company. Woohoo! Excuse the heck out of me. Rude. Get out of my face. That wolf just came run right up to me and started beating on me like I'm like, what?
What can I do for you?
Deliver the piece often to the Algreg goat herds. Okay, I can do that. Ah, here we go. The bad news.
Why would Wadu have borne such a sword? What brought him to that road to die?
Sheridan listens to your account, and his confusion is evident. I am sorry indeed to hear that Wadu has been slain, but I cannot understand how he came to possess the sword that was taken from him. It is without doubt a sword of the Rohirrim, and the men of Rohan are no friend to the clans of Dunlend. There is a long history of war between the two, and I fear that if Saruman's plans continue to bear fruit, there will be war again. Why would Wadu have borne such a sword? And what brought him to that road to die? Was he so overmatched in number that even such a well-crafted sword could avail him nothing?
His family must be told of his death, and the sword returned to them.
It is no use dwelling upon such mysteries, for we may never know the answers to them. He spoke of his family to you, did he not? They must be told of his death, and the sword returned to them. You will likely find them at Lanuk, the village of the Ukluth, in Nanlaglin. You should ask the people there until you find his father, and bring him both the unhappy news and the sword. It may seem cold, but perhaps the death of his son at the hands of another Dunlending clan will soften the father's heart to the Dunedain. Wadu may still help us in our errand, though he be slain. Yeah, kind of a little cold. So, collect ox meat, deliver the peace offering. And while we're out and about, head over to... Wait a second, did we get it already? No, yeah, we did get the guide to Harndarian. I'm gonna say, head back over to Ekad Vigoris, but that was just for some emotes. We can hold off on that. I do like the music here. I particularly like this song. It just seems to have the right mix of tension without being, in-your-face bombastic. Even though the in-your-face bombastic songs are pretty awesome too. Neat. Got another token. So, I opened up the wallet and it said I had 66 steel tokens. That was after I'd gotten 2, which means I started out with 64. So we'll see what I end up with by the end of the night. Okay, so we got the meat. There's another steel token. Like I said, I usually use them to get marks for the skirmish camp. There are a couple of little things that are kind of worth getting. It's just that was my main thing I got with them. Hello? What is this? Who are you? We do not know your kind. You're a devotee to us. You speak on behalf of some wanderers of the wild? Algreg, this is an insult. You speak on behalf of our brothers of old? The clans of Dunland say we are Algreg, outliers. We are no lesser men than they. You do not speak for the others? Then perhaps I will forgive the insult. for your wanderers may not know our ways. Tell me what it is you wish of us. The gift of your devoted friends is welcome, but we are not prone to blindly accept friendship of strangers. If you wish to earn our trust, you must lend us your aid. I and my people have seen evil shadows moving among our herd at night, shadows of goat shape, but blacker than night and with red eyes like fire. They remind us of the Drugavar, demon goats of our legends. I have never seen such things in my childhood, and so I never believed. Now it seems many things of old tales haunt us. Perhaps you may find the truth of the matter among our goats. Our herd is fair to the west of our camp.
Hear me out, the warrior, for I have a tale to tell.
Grufud says that your friend sent medicine and furs for trade. It is a good demonstration of trust, but our trust is not so easily earned. Too much dwells on the land that we do not understand. Many evil spirits. Just last night I was seeking a lost goat and saw what I believe was a Kuthral, an evil spirit, floating in the air near Dunlend's gate. The old woman of the mountain who lives beyond the pass is a strange creature, so the sight of such a spirit was not surprising, but I felt its presence. You seek evidence that what I saw was not just my imagination. If the Kuthral appears, will you be able to banish it? William's gate lies south from here. I have only seen the spirit at night. Oh, good. This is like bright daylight. Well, we're not going to see it right now then, will we? The Drugavar, on the other hand, we might be able to take care of that for you right now. Head west of here, huh? Ah, so your fields are over this way. There's the domesticated dung goats. You found the evidence Grufud requires. Defeat Drugavar. Not a single thing I have shot so far is a Drugavar, but that bird had a steel token, so that's fine. Not a single goat in sight. I killed them all on the way here. The Banner of the White Hand. You found the evidence Rion requires. Defeat Kuthral in the Windfells. fall into shadows. Nah, I don't think so. The shadow in the east shall fall upon you. Yeah, you first. Okay. Like that satisfied both those quests. Woohoo! Can we like burn this? Banner bears the symbol of the white hand. The charge of the traitor Saruman. Sheridan will certainly want to know. Alright. I will report that to Sheridan. Alright, lady.
The Ukwairad requires us to give welcome to the Duvoriad.
You are Glus, holy Duvariad. None of our folk have ever been able to banish the Kuthra. We praise you, Glus Duvariad. You indeed saw Drugavar. This is a fell sign. You were able to banish the spirits from our goats. You have our praise, Duvoriad. You are Glus, holy among us. Wow, you praised me greatly by leveling me up. Blessings to you. So, these are actually repeatables now. We can come back here and redo that. For the moment, we're not going to, though. We will accept their blessings and move on. Give which. Oh, we have a point to spend. Right. We got here. That's max. That's max. Everything up here is max. Put another point in volley. Or precision. That's it. Are we serious? That's it. I'm almost completely done with the blue line. Maybe I'll hold on to this and toss a point or two into red or yellow. I didn't realize I was so close to completing that. Wow. How are we doing up here? 24 of 25. Really going slow on our virtue traits. Alright. Talk to Sheridan. Yeah, I'll hold on to that point because it takes... If you're putting points in your primary line, it only takes a point. But if you start putting points into a secondary line, then you're looking at 2 or 3 points you're going to spend instead of just 1. Oh, and I actually have 2 quests for up here, so I'm not just doing this for one. Good. Ha! There's a ox here. Here you go, more ox meat for you.
It brings you to the wilds of Enedwaith. How can I be of service?
You found a banner bearing the sign of the White Hand. It is no secret that Thormurn the White has strong influence over the men of Dunlend, but we did not know that he troubled Enedwaith. There are few inhabitants, and they keep to themselves. If Thormurn's influence has indeed reached into Enedwaith, many of these strange happenings are easily explained. Alright. So, got that done. And now, let's go deliver the bad news to Wadu's family. We put it off long enough. That's our bag space. we're one spot away from having no space again. I think we'll swing by the nearest vendor in Lanuk first and try to make a couple of spots. That sky. Those clouds are impressive. I can't remember what Hondurian was supposed to be. Some sort of meeting place, I think. It looks like it. Pretty impressive looking building from a distance. That's another, I don't know if we visited that one yet. Another cart truck. Probably at least go take a look. You have discovered Cartreb Haman. Okay. So it is, and we hadn't yet, and we have now. It's an exploration deed. Oh, we totally passed up Lanuk. So busy looking at the car trub. Well, the card trap and Hondurian. No, that's right. Vendor first. Make room in bags. Wrong one. Wrong room. This is actually like their main meeting hall or something. Definitely not where I want it to be. No vendors there.
Do not assume to mislead me, Devodiad.
Oh, don't worry. I have no intention of misleading anybody. Albert's helm. onto it. I can't afford to keep holding on to all this junk, but okay, we'll hold on to it. Dark marble stone. Oh, good. That's a quest back where we killed the Kuthrall. Alright, I think that should do it. Have like a couple of spaces now. Okay, what's this? The dark crystal is as cold to the touch and sends chills down your spine. It may be something to do with how the Kuthrall was summoned. Saradin will likely wish to see the crystal. The collar is cold to the touch and sends a chill down your spine. You cannot read the evil runes, but perhaps Saradin can. So 2 more quests to take back to Saradin. Alright. Very good. Our bags look a little better. Little. Not quite as tight in there. And we need to speak to this gentleman here.
Speak not to me of Wadu. He is a coward and no son of mine.
The silence following this proclamation stretches awkwardly for too long a time. Tuvok meets your expression. He is dead? Then his chance for courage is ended, and I mourn only that. No, I will hear no more of it. If you have words of Wadu, tell them to his sister. If the powers were just, Nona would have been the son and he the daughter, for she is like iron and could make her father proud. The clans all around the Ukluth preparing for war and closing in upon us. The only good thing Wadu ever did for us is rid us of his cowering presence. Dude, you're harsh. He just said good riddance to his son. And our very first meeting with Nona. Did not happen under happy circumstances.
Wadu was not the fighter our father Sulvok wanted him to be.
Nona listens sorrowfully as you recount your discovery of her brother's death. There is the briefest trembling within her deep eyes, then it is gone. The emotion mastered, Nona stares at you sternly. Wadu was not the fighter our father Sulvok wanted him to be. And when he spoke to him, which was rarely, Sulvok was cruel. I tried to give Wadu the lessons he needed, lessons in the sword and the axe and the ways of fire, but I could not teach him the courage he needed. My words to him were harsh. If they drove him to his death, I would have them back.
After our argument, Wadu went to the dwarf halls in Thrar's Combe.
After our argument, Wadu went to the halls of the Karak, the dwarves, in Thrar's Combe. But what he saw there, I do not know. He would say nothing to me when he returned. Those halls have been abandoned for countless years and have a fell reputation. No one goes there. Karak, Ukluth, or Dragluth. Did Wadu find the sword there? I cannot explain it. If you go to the dwarf halls and learn what my brother saw there, I will repay you with knowledge of these lands known only to the Ukluth. I've never been to the halls of the Karak, but they can be found far to the east of here, in the northeast mountains of Thrar's Combe. I'll be honest, she is probably one of my favorite NPCs. Alright, so we need to head back to Cerridon before we do anything. Today I got a couple more quests to bring back to him. I have a couple of favorites. I'm really fond of Candave, who we first meet in the Lone Lands. Like I said, Nona is one of my favorites. There's somebody else, which, if you watch the main LOTRO series with Medriel, we just met him. And that is Horn. I keep missing the turn off. Hello, again.
What can I do for you?
I know these runes well enough to know that the tongue written hereupon is the Black Speech. I will investigate this further.
How can I be of service?
Cerridon shudders as he touches the crystal. Alas, this foul crystal bears the taint of Morgul. Someone of great power in service of the enemy was responsible for summoning these spirits. Alright. That covers that. Where is Lothram, dear? Up that way in the Gloomglen? How can we get there? How far away are we from him? Not that far, actually. I was thinking it was going to be a lot further. Ah, here he is. You have discovered Ecad at Enedwaith.
Our quest is dire.
Welcome, Thormurn. Sheridan sent you to aid us. That is well, for these myriad gorges are a mystery to be unraveled. Your aid will greatly be appreciated.
The Grey Company will need your aid.
Greetings, Thormurn. It has been long since we spoke with each other at the haunted inn of Ogdaham. I must confess that I am relieved to be gone from that place. I understand that you're aware of our purpose and would ask for your assistance. It is of utmost importance that our passage remains hidden from the eyes of the enemy, and for that purpose, we are here in the Gloomcleanse. Will you scout the path of the Gloomcleanse and learn whether any enemies patrol these lands? Return here when you have completed your patrol, and let me know what you have found. Okay, anybody else got anything? No. Prestadier, hello, buddy. Another guy I like. Prestadier. You have arrived at the first patrol point. Shrine of the Ook. Starts quest, Sacred Bowl. Kind of neat looking. The ornamented wooden ox would seem to be a shrine of some kind. Perhaps one of the rangers of the Grey Company will know more about it. So the Ook is Ox clan. Ook meaning ox, Luth meaning clan. Dragluth is dragon clan. And there are other clans beside it. I don't remember all the names, but anytime you see Luth, you know that that means clan. I believe there's a bear clan and a stag clan. Look at that. Glad we don't have to aggro him. I hate killing them. Isn't he gorgeous? You have arrived at the second patrol point. First time I saw one of those, I was like, "Ooh, white deer! We're going on an epic quest!" Of course, you know, by the time you're in Enedwaith, you're kind of been on an epic quest, but still. You found a hobbit skeleton. Boulder seems strangely out of place here. It appears to have been thrown down and broken, and judging from the skeleton beneath it, it was not an accident. You should bring this discovery to the attention of the Rangers of the Grey Company. And this footprint's got some significance later, I can't remember. And since we're not going to aggro this stuff at the moment, we can take a nice good look at these creepy goblins. There have been a lot of creepy mobs in this game. There's certainly some creepy mobs down in the Foundations of Stone in Moria. But no mob has ever made my skin crawl quite like the Boogan. The goblin. But what do you see? Do they not look and behave very much like hobbits? Except that they're goblins. So yeah, that most definitely made my skin crawl. Alright, back up on our horse. You have arrived at the third patrol point. You have arrived at the fourth patrol point, and something has killed this poor white stag. You carefully harvest the antlers from this corpse. The extraordinarily large rack of antlers is without blemish and perfectly symmetrical. Such a specimen might be of interest to the Rangers of the Grey Company. And no, yeah, the Boogan are also another deed, I believe. Which I guess we won't find out until we kill our first one. You have discovered a village of strange creatures. Yeah, they're called Boogan. And they're absolutely strange. Let's see.
Greetings, friend of the Grey Company.
The boulder was thrown down, you say, but from where? The place you describe is far from any height from which such a stone could be thrown down and broken. I fear you may be right. It appears there may be a greater threat in these hills.
May go on and stay a moment and speak with me.
I am concerned, Thormurn, by the evidence you discovered while patrolling the Gloom Glens. The crushed boulder and skeleton would be enough to cause concern, but I find the footprints particularly worrisome. The might and statute of the creature suggest a giant or some kind of troll, but the footprint you described seems more bestial. There are many creatures in the world of which we have little or no knowledge, and such a creature would pose a genuine threat to the Grey Company. Therefore, I ask that you track the monster to its lair and dispose of it. Be wary upon your hunt, Thormurn. I fear the beast is more cunning and subtle than its statute suggests.
Our hope lies in secrecy, but we find these lands inhabited.
The Algric herdsmen we encountered in the Woodfells are of a tribe called the Ukluth, the clan of the Ox, who dwell in Dunlending. It does not seem strange to me that they might worship the oxen, as that is their namesake, but it does seem strange that such a shrine should be found in these forsaken woods, so far north and west of their grazing fields. What is more, you tell me that the shrine appears to be in pristine condition, as though it has been visited and cared for recently. Perhaps a hermit lives nearby.
What brings you to the wilds of Enedwaith?
Greetings once more, Thormurn. What have you found there? Indeed, this is a strange specimen. I've never seen such a large and perfect rack of antlers. And the polished sheen of the ivory? This was borne by no natural creature. We have seen many strange things since coming to this place, but always at the edge of our vision. We thought the mysteries, but specters of the imagination. Now I must wonder.
What business have you with the Grey Company?
What is this you say? You found a village of strange halfling-like creatures, but they are not of the halfling people. I must think on this. Return to the site. Alright. Something else I want to do first. We're going to follow this road. Gonna follow the little ways. Twisty turny road. I just meanders along. It's a wonderful day to take a elk ride through the woods. Oh look, it's a hobbit lamp. You have found the hobbit lamppost near Mor Kuha. Oh look, it's a hobbit village. in Enedwaith.
I'm not sure about you yet.
A stone eater. Our Luth fathers told how they have seen your kind long ago in the mountains, but I never would have believed it if I didn't see you now. Stone eaters have always been a thing of legend to us. What? You say you're no stone eater? You call yourself a dwarf. I have not heard of the like. No matter. We've naught to do with the like of you. Well, I won't say we won't have naught to do with you, if you can prove your worth or your faith with us. Some of our hunters say that they have seen an evil Kunanun howling atop the plateau to the northeast of here at night. Helgi, we call it. If you will slay the beast, Maer Ratu might give you a fair hearing. A stone eater. They call dwarves stone eaters. Well, I'm gonna come in here and get the stable.
They say
How you like that?
north long ago.
How you like this? Tucked away in the middle of Enedwaith is a little bitty store hobbit village. Very charming little place. So they stayed behind while the rest of the hobbits continued on towards the Shire. And as a result, they kind of became their own tribe of hobbits. To say they're a little odd, just a little different from other hobbits. Now, where did we find that boulder at? The footprint continues off to the south. We've had a couple of points of lag like that tonight. The footprint heads west. Yeah, that's not a natural deer either. Look at the glowing eyes. And yes, it would attack me. The footprint continues west. West is the other direction. Southwest. Footprint leads into a cave to the northwest.
The terrible beast known in legend as the Grey King has long haunted the passes of the Gloom Glens, waiting in secret to throw boulders down upon the heads of the unwary.
Defeat the Grey King. There he is. Okay. Done. Yeah, he really isn't that hard of a challenge even at level. Might have taken me a couple more hits to get him, but he is pretty easy.
Your aid is welcome, friend.
Well done, Thormurn. I have never heard of such a creature as you described, but I do not doubt the danger it represented.
The Grey Company is grateful for your aid.
To the southeast of here is the village of Enedwaith. It is the only significant settlement of men in Enedwaith, though we have seen evidence of a lost clan called the treacherous, and we shall have to pass near it on our path of Rohan. Once it was a place we often stopped to rest on our journey through Dunlending, but no more. Some years ago, there was an incident in Dunlending, and Glen Brennan, the chieftain of the Algrad clan known as the Ukluth, declared all outsiders, or Duvodiad as they say, unwelcome in his halls, especially those of us known as rangers. I would ask you to enter the village in our stead. Isengard is in motion, and we must learn anything we can before we pass Dunlending. Glen Brennan and his people should be able to tell us what we need to know. The people of Enedwaith are wary of strangers, but their laws of hospitality are ancient and deeply held. They will not turn you away without reason should you come to them in friendship. Approach the gates of Lanuk. What time of day is it in the game anyway? Okay. Yeah, nowhere near nighttime, because this says defeat this monster at night. So we have to do it at night. So that one quest that we took from the Hobbit, we can't do until nighttime. But at least we have the stable to their town. So when it's nighttime, we can run back there and do that quest. Which looks like will not be during this stream. Because it's not... Dusk isn't for another 28 minutes. You know, I actually got sidetracked. I was talking about the possible, well, not possible, but the birthday stream I was going to do. I was thinking about doing 2 games instead of just 1. For like the first couple hours, we do LOTRO on Miss Fistula because, you know, cute hobbit and the brawler's fun. And then for the next couple hours, I have a brand new, relatively new, untested orc in Skyrim. I wouldn't mind trying her out. She has her own aspirations. She wants to own her own forges someday and be a fine craftsman of armor and weapons. And she's even going to have her own orc follower, I think. Her own orc companion. Because, why not? And perhaps she will go visit orc places so she can learn more of her orcish history and be among her brethren for a little while. We'll have to see. There's a little nook over there. Whoa! Yeah, that's a little bit of a steep fall. Oh, there's the Pool of Kings. That's what the Dunlenders call it, the Pool of Kings. Pool of the King. Might as well get this dwarf marker while we're here. Alright, there we go. Probably supposed to come in through the front gate, but we didn't. So we'll go back out here and pretend like we came in through the front gate. Who goes there? You have the look of a northerner about you. We have seen more of your kind of late, but I cannot say you're welcome here. If you seek the hospitality of the Hall of Lanuk, then I will not stop you. But the days grow dark, Devodiad, and you may not find the mood of the Brennan's Hall to your liking. Speak with the guard outside the Brennan's Hall. Perhaps he will let you in, perhaps not. But the cause of trouble in our village, and you will be spitted. Be the cause of trouble in our village, and you will be spitted to warn off the rest of your ilk. Yikes. Okay, friendly welcome. Guess not much different from the welcome that Bingo and Medriel got from the Rohirrim. Hello. Halt! Declare yourself before the hall of Brennan of the Ucluth. Thormurn, you must be one of the Devotia that have been sneaking about of late. What ill wind brings you before our gates like some beggar from out of the wild? If you wish to invoke the hospitality of our hall, then so be it. But it shall be allowed at Brennan's discretion, not mine. One word to the wise, Devotia. There have been rumors that rangers from the wild have been skulking about of late. By the law of this house, they are not welcome, nor those who would spy for them in our midst. So watch your tongue and your idle hands, lest they earn you trouble. Yeah, they don't seem to like the Rangers. I guess they have some history. Not sure exactly what that history entails, but yeah, there's kind of no love lost there. And yet, Wadu was willing to try to work on that.
What do you have to offer the Ucluth?
Poor Wadu. And the sad thing is you barely get to know the guy before he dies, too. He's just unceremoniously murdered. You get to talk with him like twice. What the heck's going on here? Hi. Who are you? And what do we have here? A bit far afield, aren't you, Devotion? You're not welcome here. The affairs of Dunlending do not involve you, and your presence does not but threaten the tentative peace of these lands. With the pact I offer, these lands shall be forever safe from the looming threat of the Northman under the protection of Isengard. Now be gone before I am tempted to rash and unsightly action to remove you. Talk to the emissary champion. And here, I was just looking for a bit of sport among the backwater collection of Hovek. I had not dared hope for any full Devotia to offer themselves up to my blades. Alas, it shall have to wait. My lord has business to attend to with the Brennan. But do not wander too far, little vagabond. Once our treaty is in hand, I shall have the time to deal with the likes of you. Deal with the likes of me, huh? Okay. So, that's, well, I was going to say that's it, but hold on.
Even the Ucluth have need of help on occasion.
Your presence here is no mystery to me, Devotion. Our village is caught between powers. On one hand, we have the emissaries of Saruman the White who demand our fealty in battle to come, while the Devotia of the North once again trespass unwanted upon our lands. Brennan will soon hold council to decide our course. We have no love for the men of the North, but we are not blind. We see what is happening to our brethren in Dunlend. They will serve Isengard as pawns in war to come, and many will never see their homes again. Yet, if we refuse, we may come to blows with our own kinsmen, or the savage half-orcs who serve under the banner of the White Hand. I cannot say which would be worse. Know that Glenbrennan's mind is not yet resolved on the matter. Prove your worth to the Brehor, and he may yet find the will to reject the entreaties of Isengard. Otherwise, I suspect that your wandering friends will soon be hunted down by Saruman's army, and our menfolk shall march to war in the south, to what fate I know not. It's complete so there's some various quests to complete. Marauders have come to our lands, killing our livestock and threatening our people. Smoke rises from the south, and I fear that it comes from our Cartreves, burned in the night by the half-orc invaders. Glenbrennan has forbidden our warriors from taking the field, fearing that the village itself might be burned, so I had to ask you to seek out the Cartreves and see if anything remains. Okay? Tell me, Devodiad, is it true that the powers of Amor stir anew? Have the elves trio lied with the Witch King in the north, as the tales say? What? Some weeks ago, warriors from the south under the direction of Isengard passed by to do battle in Eregion, but we have heard little but dark rumors since. No matter the details, war shall be upon us soon. You mark my words. Would that my father's axe was yet true. I would be unafraid of battle. It was made by the dwarves back when Thor's folk lived in the mountains, but time takes its toll in all things, and it broke some years ago. None here have the skill to afford such a weapon, but it is said that the dwarves yet remain in the far north, and have shared some secrets of craft with the men there as well. I was thinking that if this is true, then I might have the axe remade. What of it, Devodiad? Do you know the secrets of the craft, or perhaps know a dwarf who might reforge my father's blade? Take it, if so. It is of no use to me now, and my brethren would have me melt it down to make a less worthy blade. I would not see it end so if it might be made whole again. If it can be done, then I shall be in your debt, and shall speak in your favor at the Council of Rohirrim. Okay? Fixing an axe, that sounds easy enough. If I am to speak openly against Isengard, I need evidence that the half-orcs serve Saruman. We do not wish to kneel to Orthanc, but there is much fear of what will happen if we do not. With true evidence of Isengard's involvement in these attacks, I and many of my people will be free to speak our anger and deny Saruman the easy submission he expects of us. If you can find some sign of Isengard's involvement with the raiders in Enedwaith, then that will give me all I need. Proof? I got proof coming out my ears, lady. That's fine.
Even the Ucluth have need of help on occasion.
Columns of smoke ran through the air south of here. The homes of my people are burning, and we have not the strength to defend them while raiders threaten the walls of this village. If you can aid us by doing battle with the half-orcs, at least keep them at bay for a time, then I will support you in the Council of Brehor. Otherwise, it seems that we must take up the banner of Isengard along with our kinsmen in the south, lest we be swept away upon the tides of war with no allies to call upon in time of need. So, we just got a whole mess of quests in here. These people really need some help. They really need some sense slapped into them too. Because obviously, Isengard isn't on their side. Isengard isn't on anyone's side except, well, Isengard's side. Isengard isn't even technically on Sauron's side. Once again, Isengard is on Isengard's side. Alright. Now, before we go, should we... I don't know. Should we take Mr. Thormurn to the festival, or should we save that for Mr. Skula? I'm debating. I feel like we should save at least the first round for Miss Vistula. She deserves it. But let's take a look. For still tokens. So we started out with 66, 64. We have 78 now. So we got 14 of them. That's not too shabby. Thormurn didn't do too bad. He'll have a few to spend when he does head to Bree. Hello, cat. I look over and there's a big old cat jumping on my desk. Nope, down you go. Good boy. He's a big old cat, too. And 23 pounds of part Maine Coon, long hairs, the whole 9 yards. Alright, it is 8 o'clock, and it's a little early to be cutting it off, but I haven't had supper, and I'd like to do that. And I'd like to do that before Gus gets on, because last time I kept him waiting like 20 minutes. I don't want to do that again. So, let me thank everybody that stopped by, starting with Miss Saucier. Thank you. Always appreciate you being here. I'm glad to hear that it stopped raining in Louisiana, and I hope it continues to be nice weather. Thank you to Drive-By that stopped by. Always appreciate you coming in and letting me know everything looks okay and sticking around. And let's see, did anybody else pop in? At least anybody else say anything? Because y'all know, y'all can say hi. I promise I don't bite. At any rate, tomorrow we'll be back in LOTRO with Miss Vistula, who will be enjoying the anniversary festival. Saturday, we'll be having fun in Morrowind. We'll see what kind of trouble I can get into there. And Sunday, we'll be doing a little more Last Epoch. If you don't want to miss all the fun, and you haven't already, and why haven't you, by the way? You know what to do, all those fun clicky things the website wants you to do. But for now, thank you all. You are awesome. Have a wonderful night. Have a fantastic Friday. And until next time, bye for now.